Ever since Marvel announced that Robert Downey Jr. would return to the MCU as Doctor Doom, fans around the world have been buzzing with excitement. But before Avengers, the Kang Dynasty hits theaters, there's another upcoming movie that has seriously caught my attention. Thunderbolts, set to release this May. If you've seen DC's Suicide Squad, you'll find Thunderbolts has a similar vibe. A team of misfits, former villains who are anything but traditional heroes. Some of them are even seen as losers. But due to a new threat, they're brought together, hoping to fill the shoes of the absent Avengers, even if they're nowhere near ready. And this time, the cast is packed. Since most of these characters haven't had major screen time in the MCU, today we're going to break down every member of the Thunderbolts. And yes, we'll end with the mysterious newcomer, Sentry. Let's start with one of the OGs. Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier. As Captain America's closest friend, Bucky has been at the center of countless pivotal moments in the MCU. His journey is one of the most dramatic, from loyal comrade to brainwashed assassin, and eventually a hero seeking redemption. Bucky first appeared in Captain America, the first Avenger as Steve Rogers' childhood friend and fellow soldier. He fought alongside Cap against Hydra, but was presumed dead after falling from a train during a mission. He later returned in The Winter Soldier, transformed into a deadly assassin under Hydra's control, nearly killing Cap himself. His combat style is brutal and efficient, blending super soldier strength, deadly hand-to-hand combat, and his powerful vibranium arm. In Civil War, Bucky became the center of the conflict, pursued by both the government and the Avengers. But Steve never gave up on him. Eventually, Bucky found refuge in Wakanda, where he was healed and given the nickname White Wolf. He returned to the fight in Infinity War and later witnessed Steve's retirement in Endgame. In the series The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Bucky teamed up with Sam Wilson to face their pasts and move forward.
Could've used that shield. Get off of me!
In the latest Captain America, Brave New World, Bucky shows up in a surprising new role, dressed in a sharp suit, offering Sam advice. What role will he play in Thunderbolts? We can't wait to find out. Next up is the rising fan-favorite assassin, Yelena Belova. As the younger sister of Natasha Romanoff, she also came out of the brutal Red Room training program, and her fighting skills easily rival Natasha's. But while Natasha was composed and serious, Yelena is blunt, witty, and just a little sarcastic, giving her a unique presence among the Black Widows. She made her first appearance in Black Widow, still under Red Room influence. But after breaking free from mind control, she joined Natasha to take down the organization. Her combat skills remained top tier, expert in hand-to-hand combat, firearms, and assassination tactics. She's quick, agile, and always looking for her opponent's weak spot. Their sisterly bond became a highlight for many fans. In the post-credits of Black Widow, Yelena was approached by Valentina, who convinced her to target Clint Barton, blaming him for Natasha's death. This storyline continued in the Hawkeye series, where she clashed with Clint, but eventually Yelena understood Natasha's sacrifice and spared Clint's life. Compared to Natasha's quiet strength, Yelena brings a more carefree and comedic energy. One of her most iconic moments? Mocking Clint's superhero landing pose and imitating Natasha's signature moves, both hilarious and heartfelt. This humor gives her character a surprising warmth, despite her dark past. Now, if Captain America represents the American ideal, then the Red Guardian is the Soviet Union's answer to him. As the USSR's only super soldier, he was once a national hero, portrayed as an unstoppable warrior with strength and stamina to rival Steve Rogers. But unlike Cap, his legacy is full of propaganda, lies, and abandonment. Red Guardian, real name Alexei Shostakov, first appeared in Black Widow. In prison, he proudly boasts about his glory days, even claiming he fought Captain America, though we're still not sure that ever happened. Back in the 90s, Alexei and Melina, the Iron Maiden, were sent undercover to the US as a typical American family, raising young Natasha and Yelena while stealing secret intel. Though it was a mission, the girls saw him as a real father, until the family was torn apart and the girls were shipped off for training. Even though their life together was a lie, Alexei always saw the girls as his daughters. Years later, when they reunite, he tries his best to make up for lost time. After the Cold War, the Soviet government abandoned him, and he ended up rotting in a prison cell, a forgotten hero of a forgotten era. Despite the years, his super soldier body remains strong. With help from his daughters, he escapes prison and rejoins the fight. Unlike the stoic Captain America, Alexei is humorous and wildly self-absorbed. He clings to his hero image, often with ridiculous results, like squeezing into his old suit just to prove it still fits. But when danger strikes, he shows that he's still a force to be reckoned with. His fighting style is raw and aggressive, relying on brute strength more than strategy. In Black Widow, he goes head-to-head with Taskmaster. Though outmatched tactically, he holds his own through sheer power and resilience. When the government had to choose the next Captain America, John Walker was their official pick. A decorated war hero with a stellar military record and a Medal of Honor to his name, he seemed to have everything it took: strength, battlefield experience, and unwavering loyalty to his country. But there was one crucial thing he lacked: the spirit that Steve Rogers embodied. John Walker made his debut in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, stepping into the spotlight with the title of Captain America and wielding Steve's shield. But he quickly realized the pressure behind that title was overwhelming. Unlike Steve's selfless devotion, John craved recognition and couldn't handle failure. He wanted to be seen as a hero, but in battle, he showed a reckless and violent side. After his partner was killed during a mission, he publicly executed an enemy in a fit of rage, a moment that shocked the world and stripped him of the Captain America mantle. John is a highly trained soldier with exceptional tactical and combat skills. After injecting himself with the super soldier serum, his strength, speed, and durability were pushed to superhuman levels. His fighting style is aggressive and brutal, focused on hand-to-hand combat, shield strikes, firearms, and military tactics. Unlike Steve's disciplined grace, John fights like a battering ram. After being discharged, John thought his days as a hero were over, until he was approached by Valentina. She offered him a new identity: the U.S. agent. Ava Starr, aka Ghost, is unlike the other members of the team. She's not a soldier, a spy, or a super soldier. She's a regular girl who gained powers through a tragic accident. Her body exists in a constant state of quantum phasing, allowing her to pass through solid matter, making her a deadly opponent, but also a person trapped in pain and isolation. Ghost first appeared in Ant-Man and the Wasp. Her power stemmed from a childhood quantum explosion that caused her cells to shift uncontrollably between dimensions. As a result, she became a SHIELD asset, trained in secret as a living weapon. Despite her powers, her unstable condition was slowly destroying her, forcing her to desperately seek a cure. Unlike the more dominant and aggressive teammates, Ghost is a quiet and solitary warrior. She doesn't care about being a hero or villain. She just wants to survive. In Ant-Man and the Wasp, she tried to steal Hank Pym's quantum tech to heal herself, but ultimately she was stopped and aided by the Wasp. Antonia Dreykov, aka Taskmaster, is a cold and calculating fighter. Though she has no superpowers, she can perfectly mimic anyone's combat skills, making her nearly unbeatable in close combat. She debuted in Black Widow, initially appearing as a merciless villain hunting down Natasha. Her fighting style could replicate Captain America's shield throws, Black Panther's claw strikes, Hawkeye's archery, and even Natasha's own signature moves. Taskmaster is like a mirror, analyzing her enemies' moves and turning them against them. But behind the mask is a tragic figure, the victim of mind control. Antonia was one of the Red Room's experiments, turned into a living weapon by her father, General Dreykov. After Natasha killed Dreykov, Antonia broke free from his control. But freedom brought no peace. Homeless, aimless, and traumatized, she became a silent and lonely warrior. While While the agents handle the battles, Valentina works from the shadows, orchestrating the team's moves. She wields a weapon more powerful than fists: information and influence. Her true intentions remain unclear, but one thing is certain: she never makes a move without purpose. Valentina first appeared in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, approaching John Walker after his disgrace and offering him a second chance as U.S. agent. Then, in the Black Widow post-credits scene, she shockingly sent Yelena after Clint Barton. By Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, it was revealed that she's the director of the CIA, a position that gives her immense political power and the ability to shape global events. Unlike Nick Fury, who fights for world security, Valentina's every move feels like part of a secret scheme. No one knows her endgame, and no one knows her true loyalties. If the Thunderbolts are a team of hardened soldiers and broken super soldiers, then Bob Reynolds, aka the Sentry, is a whole different level. His power eclipses that of the entire team and possibly exceeds what they can handle. He's not a hero or a villain, he's a ticking time bomb. This will be Sentry's first appearance in the MCU, but in the comics, he's one of the most powerful beings in Marvel history, possessing the power of 1,000,000 exploding suns. With abilities like flight, super strength, extreme durability, speed, and regeneration, he's virtually unkillable. But his true danger lies not in his powers, but in his mind. Inside him lives a dark alter ego called the Void, a manifestation of pure destruction that surfaces when his mental state breaks. Even the mighty Sentry cannot control it. That makes him the most unstable member of the team, capable of being their greatest asset or their worst threat. After learning about this lineup, are you excited for Thunderbolts to hit the screen? Drop a comment below and let us know what you think.